420. Happy 420, everybody. Happy 420 on 416, everybody. Who is everybody? I'm not too sure myself. All I know is I keep my controller plugged in and I can't stop talking.
I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Dude, she's got
Why
a
fret?
man. You
No
made
fret.
out with her, man.
I don't have a fret
What's
or
wrong
fiddle.
with you, you pervert?
Something about Dostoevsky's demons, man. A little more on Dostoevsky's demons. The main character, Pyotr Stopolopovich. What a villain. What a villain. He steals the show. I am 80 pages from the end, and I can comfortably say that. Hold up. Yeah, take that. Tito took one of my dogs pooped this morning. I cleaned up my dog poop. Oh yeah, this morning I cleaned up dog poop. Just let you know. So he steals the show, but I can I gotta talk about the word comfortably. Oh my god. Rat mode? Get him, Lydia! Oh! Is he dead? Sniff that rat, boy! I gotta talk about the word comfortably. Let me just go into a quick aside. I was listening to a podcast last night, Easy French Podcast. And in French, you do not say the word confortable unless you're referring to an object, such as this chair is comfortable. You might even say this room is comfortable, but you're beginning to stretch it. You cannot say, most importantly, that you are comfortable, at least according to the grammar. Je suis confortable sounds weird to the French ear. Instead, you would say, je suis à l'aise. I am at ease. Please forgive my pronunciation, for the love of something, please. I'll say it for. Let me say it. I'll say it. Anyway, back to Pyotr Stopolopovich. He really is up there with Iago when it comes to villains, and in fact, hold up. Hey, what do you know about
Allez, donnez-moi vos objets de valeur ou je vous étripe comme un poulet.
Give me your objects of worth or else you are guts like a chicken. Well, I will not be giving them to you. I will not be dying. I might intimidate. J'ai l'air d'avoir l'argent. Ask her for money. I almost said beg. I don't have time for you.
Restez ici.
Restez ici? Lydia! Would you believe this? Oh! Self-defense! Oh! Pyotr Stopolopovich. I might just... Can I hop straight into spoilers with demons? It was a slog, I gotta say. It was a slog, man. I think I reserve the right to go immediately into spoilers. Knowing that if you want to keep listening to me, go read the book right now. Put the pedal on the gas, or else read The Brothers Karamazov or Crime and Punishment first. Anyway, let me not lose a string, please. Let me not be a thief of string, or let me be a good one. Pyotr Stopolopovich just conducting the strings himself in this small town, this small Russian town whose name I don't even think is said a lot, just always referred to our town by the narrator. But he's conducting the strings, and there's a lot I can say about a lot of different characters, but I really want to emphasize this villain. I just finished reading a final confrontation scene, or one of the final confrontation scenes between him and someone he tried to set up, or someone he uses along his plot line. He's setting up all these people in this small town for a cause. Pyotr Stopolapovich, man. Very discomforting. Let me take out this Smilodon right quick. Alright, Smilodon down. What can you say about this book, man? I just witnessed, I just saw 2 extended paintings. Like, look up Rembrandt's The Night Watch. It's like I just watched the unfolding of Night's Watch. Not necessarily the exact plot, like. This is the thing about video essays. Like, I sit down, think I'm going to do an extended talk while playing Skyrim. So I paused on Comfort, I paused on God, and I paused on Skyrim. You can quote me on that. Hold up. Confirm my map. What can I really say about a scene? I'll describe it. Pyotr tries to convince a man to kill himself at one point. And this man, who he tries to convince to kill himself, spoilers, is the best friend of a man who was recently just killed in the book at a park by 5 men. Now, this man, damn, that kitty's got them quick. Damn, kitty, you got them quick claws. Oh, shit. Yeah, thanks for the help, guys. Really. Thanks, Lydia. Thank you. This man being convinced to kill himself has quite a few words to say about God, and this is where Dostoevsky. I've been sleeping on him, he's been sleeping on me. I forget that he has these long comings outs as God. My father's calling me. Hold up. I'm gonna keep it short. Father! But if I can't be honest with Dad, what's the point? Father, I am currently recording you.
Tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
When you come, make sure you clean up real good.
What?
You jump in your car and come get me.
Huh?
I don't want to see no cum. I was just trying to make it out of left field. I'm sorry. Anyways.
That was good. That was out of left field. You know what? I'll do the black light inspection. No cum will be seen.
Anthony's gonna fly with us too, so we're gonna have to fit 3 people in the car. I don't know if you're the kind of person that has a bunch of shit in your backseat or something, but we can all 3 fit in your car, can't we?
Yeah, we can. He told me just today.
Okay.
I told him to bring my chonklers because I forgot my chonklers up there.
Xavier gave me your flip-flops and said, take these with you, Lucas wants them. And
Nice.
I said, "Fuck that black."
Xavier would do that.
And he was cleaning them off.
Wow.
He was cleaning them off.
Wow.
Use that damn kitchen towel to clean those
That's the
damn
most.
shoes.
That's some Russian shit right there. Good on Xavier, man.
You know Xavier's a clean freak, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. When I start being weird with him, I get up.
And mine.
I get up close. Yeah, it has the best smell in the house because it's the most left field. But yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Shit, Negro, that's all you had to say. Name the movie.
I told Grandma you're gonna be there Thursday, you and Anthony.
What do you mean be there?
Thursday night.
I mean, I'll be there, but I think I'm gonna come sleep here. I gotta pick Monica up at 11 a.m. anyway.
Oh, okay. Anthony be alright by himself, right?
True. Even when Anthony said that, I'm like, shit. Now I kind of want to stay there. Like, I just go back and forth. But yeah, he should be fine.
Yeah, B-Dog.
Shit.
And if you stay, you can just sleep and don't forget Monica. You gotta drive back that way anyway, so you can do it then, you can do it tomorrow, you can do it whenever.
Now that I...
Yeah.
See, this is so weird about life.
There for life.
Anyway.
Alright, that's all I got for you.
Skitty ding, skitty doom.
I'll probably text you a time tomorrow, exact time.
Okay.
It's funny. I bought his flight. I was able to get him a flight with me there, and a flight with Larry on the way back. Because I'm going Delta, Larry's going Southwest. On the way back, my Delta's full.
So you guys booked on 2 separate flights and still got the same times?
So I got Anthony going with me there in the same plane, and on the way back, he's going with Larry on the same plane.
Okay.
So nice.
Okay.
Okay. Alright,
Just
something like that.
text me when you land. I'm close as fuck.
Oh, so you just leave your house when you land, right?
Yeah, I've been doing that. Even though you guys are pretty good, better than most at like getting to the place fast. But I've had to circle enough where I'm like, let me just leave. Cause yeah, I'm close as hell. 10 minutes.
Is there a store on the way there? I didn't get to hit the store.
That.
Gotta be a store on the way there.
Wait, you want to hit the store when you land, or me?
No. You hit the gas.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, it's right. It's right there. It's right there.
Oh shit! I gotta get this phone call.
Later, Gator.
Later.
Ooh, My brother cleaned my chanclas. My brother who was doing geometry, whom I helped with geometry. Let me stop and pick the Lee de Seam. I think that means Lily. Lily of the Peak. Rat, please. I don't think Lydia... neither Lydia or my horse is going to cut it for this journey if they're just going to attack rats, man. I'd keep it alive, take it to a town, it'll eventually be attacked. But Lydia, can you... No, she's ready to fight. Where are they at, boss? Let's take them out. And you know, who am I, high and mighty? I've been walking into forts and taking them down, man. Because we're gonna kill them! Okay. Xavier, the geometry, I went the stars with him. Half Russian, half Greek. In that sense, Russian, mainly because I just stopped reading Dostoevsky and I see that the world is full of people that are alike across cultures, and different cultures illuminate different parts of them. Let me recoter cette chardon, ma lie décimée, ma trop. You better not, Lydia. I'm with the goats and the bunnies now, baby. Ooh, I'm following the bunny. Ooh, Damn, I'm gonna spec into alchemy. Shouts out P-Loke. Ooh, Oh, I discovered a new John. Now, who am I to say, man, what a great villain. He tied all the strings together. Me talking about a character from a show or movie or book that I like. Man, they were awesome. Man, I'm so critical. Oh, baby, that character was a dang good villain in a raw, centric, absurd representation. And all three of those words I say in a positive connotation. And negatively, you know what I have to say about this villain? He's terrible, a terrible human. My God, the worst of all humans. Just talking to everybody in town, not ever pausing to talk, not to talk. Always with someone, always at someone's house, always making calls. So popular. He wins the popular women over in town, and he ends up hosting parties. Fighter mode. Oh shit! We got a couple sorcerers on our hands. Host parties. Probably one of the bigger climaxes of the book, because really, one climax in 700 pages, even I wouldn't slog for that. Even I wouldn't slog for such a climax, and I've slogged for climaxes. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. But in one of the steal from whom? I'll have you know that in this climax, I'll take this skull. I might be collecting skulls in Skyrim now. I'm not a part of this. I'm relaying the scene. In the speech scene, Pyotr Stopadopovich orchestrates that some of the main characters we've been following will be speaking now, and let me just get them out while I can. Just maybe I can illustrate one of my earlier problems with this book and how many characters there are to follow. Let me try to illustrate. One of the people at this speech, let me see if I can recall his name. Oh, by the way, he's the father. His name's Stepan. He's the father of this Pyotr, which we don't really get that many scenes where father and son talk, by the way, but father is a Shakespeare lover and lover of art, and son is socialist organizer. I use socialist very loosely. Social reform organizer, alternative political upriser. Put that all in hyphen is how I describe Pyotr's actions. That's the son of the Shakespeare lover. Meanwhile, my dad earlier today texted me saying our journey is not over. He spelled our A-R-E, and he sent me a Pearl Jam TikTok at a concert. A few years ago, he called or texted Monica or Anna and told them that he was going to buy me Pearl Jam tickets for my birthday, but forgot to. Then he came clean to me. I will let that sink in and mean whatever it means. Now, in Dostoevsky's Demon, I'm sucking potion while I'm hitting the spider. Demon, I'm drinking potions. I got so many potions. Demon. My homie hates spiders and so do I, but I hide it. I'm dead, I died, I told it. Oh no. Tell me I've been saving while I'm going off. Have I been saving in this cavern, yo? 512? 416? My God, man. You need to fucking get it together right now. But this is truly the experience. Maybe I shouldn't quick save. Anywho, the father is the Shakespearean art lover. And when I say that, my God, that's just one aspect of him. He is, in fact, more of a critic, more of someone who attempted university, and he gave lectures. That's all it really says, that he gave lectures. Never really talks about him having a class, so maybe he was really just relying on money, you gotta assume, or how else does he do it, because he's kind of high up in the class. Anyway, he's more of a critic, didn't really come out with books. Unless I'm missing a detail here and there, maybe he came out with a few little essays. This is the type, though, that he gives off. He speaks French. And he inserts French a lot into his conversation, and it's not hated. This part of him is not hated. I'm just trying to give you a lot of details and raw facts of the matter instead of going too much on interpretation. That should do for interpretation, I think. As my friend Griffin said to I missed that staff, by the way. Woo! I missed this stave. But as Griffin would say to Levi, enough of the psychoanalysis, back to the story. I gotta get to class. You know what? At least for the money. I'm sorry, I'm not going magic this run. That's all I gotta say. Fuck magic. Shouts out Sage. Back to the story. Yeah, there's so much about this father, Stepan. First of all, it opens on him. Dostoevsky's Demons begins with this man who is old and who falls in love. It is a love story of sorts. It's really him hanging out with another old woman who they never fall in love. 20 years and they don't fall in love. He just kind of hangs out with her. They hang out with each other. he kind of dotes on her. There's not really any attraction. And she, while I'm at it, she is one of the town's more popular women. Her son is one of the main characters, who I'll get to him soon, maybe. God knows what. I don't know what's happening in 5 years, 5 minutes, 5 anything. Except that I'm gonna spider up. Oh, I'm going spider mode. Damn that. Sucking potion early. Gamer status. If you don't do this, if you don't like, you ain't a gamer. You ain't a gamer. Now, hold up. I'm sucking regen and I'm popping magic. Hold up. I actually might be dead again. I'm gonna be a baller and save. Oh, it didn't even let me. But I did save, right? I was a gamer after all. Was I not a loading screen gamer? Dostoevsky's gaining. Oh yeah, bitch ass nigga. My brother-in-law, Jason, recommended me this book. He loves Dostoevsky. I've been reading a lot of books that Jason has also been reading. He, if I may, has recently gone into money books, which is amazing. Life is ever variable. Jason has also said, I don't understand how people can watch others play video games. I don't need the alchemist table in Skyrim to do alchemy, baby. I am merely saying that I love these friends of mine on 229, on 416, at 442. You're dead, Spider. You're dead. Leah, I need your help. I'm sucking post, baby. I didn't even notice I had that one before. Oh yes, Lydia, seriously, get your ass in here! Ah! I didn't even have to use magic. I'll take your post. Like my friend Levi says in World of Warcraft, you too good for loot, buddy? But actually, while I'm at it, I will heal myself for a little magic mania. Yeah, I know it's not Mochi Monday or Magic Monday, but we're going in. Like my friend Levi says, You're
distracting me with great conversation. Stop it.
If you are watching this on a Wednesday or a Monday or in the year 2099, God forbid. Now we're going back to our hammer, our marteau, notre marteau. Ooh, just walking around till we see a little lever. Now it opens up on a weak man. I'm a weak man. This guy's pitiful. He's pitiful. He's like George from 6 Feet Under. We open up on George from 6 Feet Under. Never married to Ruth from 6 Feet Under, while Ruth is a little more intelligent, and I use that word in the strictest sense. If Ruth was a little more social, if she hosted parties, and if Ruth only had one son, a bastard son, and if Nate was a little more manly and bit people's ears off in public and went off and studied in Geneva, or I forget the other European country, for a year or two, and promised to marry some rather low-class, white makeup, later in the novel, woman who's also related to an uncle who keeps her tied up and drinks a lot and is also in the army and is also always in the bar singing poetry that is sometimes pretty funny. That uncle, just to reiterate, niece marries in this weird promise of a marriage this bastard son of a high-class woman who is friends with one of the protagonists of the book, Stepan, who's the father of someone, the later villain who comes in. Yeah, this is the general outline. Now, would you believe it? There's at least like 8 more characters deserving our attention. Hold up, we got this creature of swords. Hey, I hate magic! Whoa! I just can't handle it, man. Whoa! Do we go? Oh, we got a witch. It's a witch, bro. Oh my God, Lydia. This is Lydia, man. Here she is. Okay. Say her name. Say her name. You feeling? Oh. Boil, boil, double, trouble, toil and trouble, bubble. Shouts out when my grandpa Ernest said, man, Macbeth, huh? I left before the witches even left stage. And I'm like, bro, that's the opening scene. Alright, you're gonna help me, right? Alright, so... yeah, that's Dostoevsky's Demons. I got nothing else. That's just a general outline. I am not here on a quest. I am here merely... oh, can I possess? Wait! Hey! Hold the phone! What are you doing? I now follow you. You know how to open this? Hold up. I'll be back to search more shit. Whoa. What was that? Whoa. What? Damn. One-hand attacks do 20% more damage. That's pretty sick. Where you going, dude? Yeah, okay, so that's the general outline, but I really think if you just sit in those characters... okay, now I'm back out here. If we were truly see where this thing takes us, where is this thing gonna go? I'm into it. We might have just unleashed... why is it in prison? Oh, we're gonna find out. But I really think if we sit in those characters, this is might well be where I veer from many Shakespeare critics in the sense that they love to focus on the words. And hey, man, you do know that hey, you listen.
One last thing.
You do know that I like words, right? That being said, I will not trust any Shakespeare critic who does not also like the character, each character. And you don't have to like each character, you know what I mean? Like the focus on the character. H.C. Goddard, it's a freaking name that I can't help but mention anytime I do any sort of criticism whatsoever. In his meaning of Shakespeare, delves in on each character in each play, bar a few, and begins to connect them. He connects a lot of them. You know what? If I'm worth any weight in what I'm saying, I should be able to furnish at least one or two examples. While we're at it, Othello, a play that I've talked about enough to warrant using. In Othello, we have Othello, black, strong general whose weakness is jealousy and is seriously the strongest male character in Shakespeare, perhaps the most courageous. And this is proven by Desdemona's stories and how she was obsessed with his stories. Desdemona, Jesus Christ. When Othello pleads before the Council of Venice, who he's the general of, because there's a claim that from Desdemona's father that he's black and he married my daughter before asking my consent. When this is brought before the council and he's asked to defend himself, Othello says, hey buddy. No, he tells how he fell in love with Desdemona, and he explains Desdemona telling others his story. So his ability to tell that story to win us over in that sympathy, but then even Desdemona talks about him too. Anyway, that's Othello. Desdemona, Goddard would say, is the most brilliant woman in Shakespeare. I still give it up to Rosalind, man. And I know why he gives it to Desdemona, and if I said his reason out so frankly, I might deter some people. But the reason he leans to, besides the words, he proves it with words, and on the character side, it's Desdemona loving Othello until the end, while he's choking her until up to that point, despite it all, which I know can be toxic interpreted. But since we have it so isolated in Othello, and we just see that one sliver of him being taken advantage of, we know it's not something that's pure toxicity. There's an element of something to be admired in Desdemona loving, and the fact that I even have to defend love should say enough. Anyway. That's the character side of it. This is two characters without getting into the words. I hope I portrayed that. And that's the thing with Dostoevsky. I guess I answer my own question. I'm reading and I call it a slog. And I'm like, oh man, me getting lost in a cave, by the way. Oh man, you know what? I'm saying we run. I got a staff. This is a success. I let it green thing free. Slogging through Dostoevsky and, okay, truly lost because I think we went in circles. And even though I read the most hailed translation, the P&V, not the Constance Garnett, although I enjoyed Constance Garnett as a wee 20-year-old on Crime and Punishment, and I think Brothers K, and I think Tolstoy. Anywho, translation aside, I'm not really obsessed with the words while I'm reading Dostoevsky. It's something more latent. I somehow happed upon it in my last description that he seeps and sears with his seething characters, or rather his characters seep and sear, even though I typed sear wrong and I did S-E-E-R, not S-E-A-R. Now I know I'm looping, but this was the place that I wasn't sure of, and I will not be picking up that head. I'm a skull-only type gatherer. Do I begin to halfway elucidate the, one might argue, benefits of literature, at least the results of literature? I stumbled upon the word that is a discussion for another time. All right, hold up, focus. Either here or there. I think here. This is like a fucking freaking Brendan Fraser movie. Okay, all right, there's rats. This is right. I could have followed my compass, but wow, dude, screw it. You don't need that. What else can I really say about Dostoevsky's demons? Dare I venture further? Dare I? I'm treading on thin ice when not having someone in chat. I'm not having Griffin in chat. I'm on thin ice, man. I don't know. To at least have another tet to bounce things off of, baby. A tet and a heart. It would be quaint or cool to walk through Dostoevsky's demons. So much happens in life. My God. 700 pages. I'm on like page 620 out of 712, and the pages go by quick. Spangler was 2 volumes worth, and each volume was like either 500, one 400, one 500. Can I get the facts out? What? I can log PTs, but not page numbers. Is there something to logging page numbers? Not that anyone did it before, but what? Ezra Pound said, "Make it new, baby." I could log it. I could PT, PF. Hart Crane's biography. That's a 400-page bomber. His letters, 500-page bomber. Damn, I've been reading a lot of door stoppers lately. Before that, 2 William Gaddis books, JR and the Recognitions. Bro, I've been going door stopper mode. I'm trying to stop doors out here. I've been reading these epic tomes, otherwise known as epitomes. Man. Yeah, I don't think I like the horse. I think I actually might kill my horse. Yep, I'm killing my horse. That's it. You heard it here first, folks. I'm killing my horse. As soon as I discover, I already discovered a location, Nilheim. I'm killing my horse and I'm going into Nilheim. If you want to enjoy Skyrim, you gotta do this. No one wants to do it, but you gotta do it, man. He knows. Oh, shit! Alright, one last battle, baby. Make it count. Do it, baby! I can't see his health bar. Either way, you're dead. Make it count. Bop them fools, horse! He went down! He did. He did. They know what they've done. They're killing the bunny, too. Not the bunny! Oh, I'm gonna cry for my horse like Nietzsche did, baby. I was gonna kill him. I was. You heard it here first. This is straight out of Dostoevsky's Demons. Come back here, you fools. What have you done? I was supposed to do that. Oh, unbind your quick save bar and kill your horse. Yeah, mama. That's what you gotta do if you want an unlimited stream of consciousness, at least capped to time if you want to get Kantian with it. Hey! Hey! I'm talking to you! I don't care about Nilfheim anymore. As far as I'm concerned, you were part of that guard. Or no, this is my Dostoevsky moment. Did I attack him first, Lydia? Is everything going to be forgotten? I killed my horse.
Elles sont parties?
Are they gone?
Des bandits
Are
ont
you
attaqué
okay?
et pillé ma charrette.
They attacked
pouvez
me
m'aider?
and stole my chariot. Something of an idea. What can I do?
Mon camp se situe près des ruines de Nilem. Amenez-moi là-bas sans encombre et je vous récompenserai.
Let me say goodbye to my horse first, man. I had to kill my horse so I can pick up flowers, but Dostoevsky's Demons, man. There's some moments where the characters are talking, and this is partly due to
On approche. Je vois le camp.
wait up, bro. Yes, thank you for acknowledging it. Now, there's a point where, or several points where a couple people are talking, and you think just one more person is present. Even up to just now, the very end, where the main villain is at a train station, and he's talking to one of his main supporters and his most loyal supporter, who, by the way, at the very last parting, spoilers, shook his hand, and by the way the villain like turned away too quickly, by the way he could have shook the hand a little more strongly, by the way he forgets to say something more than "it's been a pleasure," something's off, and the guy goes home later and is worried about it. What makes that moment a little more poignant is earlier, this number one henchman said to the villain, "Hey, you know everyone that's in on this will lose their mind, so we are screwed no matter what." And the guy kind of just brushes over it. And then the idea that since they all committed this act where they killed a man at a park late at night who had just had a kid, yeah, that would get to them. That undoubtedly would get to him. And Dostoevsky's saying,
Je peux vous aider?
"You happy with this, man? My horse is dead." Yeah. All right. Just walk right through it. I called it it, and I haven't even named it. Anyway. Cheval de Binger. Now, it's only appropriate that I play the Mongolian throat music. Now, Dostoevsky proves he is moral in this sense. Nabokov says, "Man, I don't like a moralist. I'm all about style." Hey, we gotta accept Nabokov, man. We got I love them both. All right. It's two unks going at it. But yeah, Dostoevsky, if you yourself still there believe in this good and evil, he's your guy, man. He's letting you know, hey, if you do that bad thing, it's gonna get to you. It's gonna wear on your mind, and it's showing that ultimate thing. Shakespeare does this too. Godard argues, and I agree with. Yeah, I mean that if you want to talk good and evil. But he does this thing. And this is. Can you begin to sense the problem that I have with writing and getting it all together? He has this thing, Dostoevsky, where if you're reading a book, if you're reading where two people are having a conversation. By the way, credit goes to Modern XP. If you're reading a book, I keep saying that. if you're reading the conversation with two people, it seems like a third one is there. Now, this is partly helped by the Russian surname problem. By problem, I mean, it's a problem for any reader, I'll tell you that. That's not part of the Russian culture. Because, for example, this character I'm talking about, Pyotr Stepanovich, whatever. Pyotr, besides the names being difficult to pronounce, and this is a guy who knows French and German, by the way. Listen, Russia, I mean no harm. In addition to that, they also have other names where you get more comfortable. You can actually call them that. So this other guy has, and his other name is Verhanensky, compared to like a Stagrov, who's a, I don't know, Stagyadov, whose name is Nikolai Deliadovich. Please, Russia, I'm sorry. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I vow I don't want to be caught with an accent, man. It's humiliating. Anna the other day when her brother came over called me out by saying Las Toxicas. The way I was saying Las Toxicas. There's a strip club called Las Toxicas in Las Vegas. We drive by the billboard. I mentioned it for a joke and I actually repeated the joke. I said Las Toxicas. And I waited, no, they didn't respond. And I said Las Toxicas again, and then she made fun of my accent. It was the classic. I'm reaping what I sow, what I did to Levi that one time. One time to Levi while he said a joke about something in Call of Duty, and I said, "We heard you the first time, nigga," and everyone laughed. It was great. It was really reaping what I sow, though. Las Toxicas, working our way back. Anytime you're in a conversation more than two people, there's always one more person there. He does that. The surname problem helps it. The surname effect or attribute, the name effect, the Russian names to be analyzed, or just contributed to further proof intuited. Up to this, the villain is at the train station with the number one henchman, and a boy comes up to him, and I didn't notice until, I admit, I skim sometimes. I go fast. I do. I'll reread. Don't worry. I'll reread something. I reread sometimes. I reread. But when I reread it, oh, there's a boy there. Okay, there's a boy. Doesn't help that Dostoevsky, every line of his, talk about his prose, every line of his is new information, even in the dialogue, which is good and bad. It's good. It's got that breadth factor. And sometimes you want to go deep. It's not like that Proustian. You know I love Proust, baby. I put him on my last video. That Proust, he'll go into one moment. He'll talk about the bite of something. He'll talk about a touch. The touch will remind him of this. He'll drop some Schopenhauer quotes. My video is a little more Proustian than it is Dostoevsky. At least my style. Baby. So he'll go on those tangents. Dostoevsky, well, he just boom. So he sticks to that fact that makes it the core. He sticks to that world of fact, which probably is why Spengler likes him. Spengler, while we're at it, when am I going to get another chance, huh? Spengler, while we're at it. Kind of like how Ishmael on the boat said in chapter 60, whatever. Oh, while I have you, by the way, isn't this the best time to learn about whales? When I have you fully immersed in the story of Moby Dick?
You have no idea how long I've been trapped in crystal. And neither do I. Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
Just like Ishmael says, while I have you here, isn't this the best time to talk about whales? Isn't this the best time to talk about Spengler? Real quick, especially because I ode to life earlier when I was talking about Jason. Real quick, he says the world is the world of facts, a la Wittgenstein. Come before Wittgenstein. The world is fact, and then the other side of it is eternal or truth. So, yeah, in this sense, he praises the people who like live in the world. He's like, if you really want to make it, face it, philosophers, face it, poets, face it, dreamers, face it, priests. That world that we like is the world of truth and eternity, but really there's this other world, the fact world. Okay, so he does make that distinction, and it's weird that it's so inaccessible, and I don't know. I can't even talk about the inaccessibility and the development of it. I'll really go off track. But the idea of facts, that's how Dostoevsky writes. It really is fact. And Nabokov pokes fun at him. He says, dude, he'll never talk about how someone's like doing a specific action. And he compares him to Tolstoy, who he says always has his characters right before his eyes, so he knows exactly what they do in a situation. It's like, true, I really like that part of storytelling, and that Dostoevsky does kind of slack on that. We have to admit this fact. We have to. But we also have to admit that characters have that slow character. There's something to be said if you're actually telling the facts. Even when there's some defects, I just noticed a couple of defects here, but I never noticed defects. I'm bad. Listen, I notice defects, okay? I do. Ask my students, ask former students. Hey man, was he able to say something good about your poem? And I was. Every poem has something good in it. I dare you to send me a poem. I dare you to post a poem in the comments right now. But I did find some flaws with Dostoevsky. I find myself getting real comfortable. I'm getting real comfortable. I'm stretching. The villain's at the train station. The boy comes up to him, and that's when I realized. I was like, "Oh shit, damn!" Like, Not that's when I realized, but just another confirmation that to what extent are other people around us made up of other people? Number one, and that we don't even notice other people because we're obsessed with other people. And then there's this one monologue where some guy, I forget who it is. I think it's Piotr, is pacing out and he's struggling with himself. No, it's someone else who loses his mind, and just when he's having all these thoughts, the thoughts are portrayed as demons. Like, that's the sense, like that these demons are talking to him. One thinks of Paradise Lost, at least in this climax that I just got off reading, where they're all in this black room. There's even a moment here in this black room where the villain comes back, and it looks like this guy who he just ran into this dark room saying, "I'm gonna kill myself," and it was quiet, and Piotr was waiting, then he walks in, and he doesn't even see the guy after doing all other kinds of things, worrying in his own mind. Finally, this villain is worrying, and the guy, when he goes back in the dark, pitch black room, he sees the guy in the corner, like he's doing like this, and I'm like, wait, is he hanging himself? But he wasn't, and he bites the guy. A Dark Room, John Milton, Paradise Lost, Lucifer, gathering all these people. Is there evil in the world? I'm sorry. Listen, I am a very naive person. I'm just coming around to the idea that there's evil in this world. So that means I need to play more Skyrim, baby. You're tuning into Cheval the Binger. Whoop! There's evil in this world. I think a student recently taught me that in one of my poems. I said that evil in this world indeed exists, and the line or two before that, I finally brought up my dad and my grandpa. I was also watching a Kate Upton show, the Kate Upton show on Netflix right now, and there is a one-off character played by the way, the guy who says, "No, man, you get your ass kicked for that in Office Space." One-off character played by him, and he complains about his stepfather all the time. And I'm like, wait, I've been a modicum of this person too. Not to get on my full Joe Dirte BS, but there is an ounce of truth into that troll of ours. My gosh, I love my friends, I'll say that. Just yesterday, I was talking to them for the first time in a while, and as I think scored a goal in Rocket League, I took a sip of my water, and I got a flashback to, I don't know exactly where, but it was a smell I hadn't smelled in a while, and it came from my water bottle and enjoying my company. My horse is dead, and that is good.
Is turning our swamp into an
I couldn't.
junkie.
Hold up,
And it used to be so
Spyro.
beautiful.
I'm sure.
I gotta pause Spyro. Hold up. Shouts out Modern XP. I didn't like the horse in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yo, where's my fishing pole? That is not a fish. It's a fowl. I didn't like the horse in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Maybe Red Dead I'd like it. Maybe. I think Red Dead, spoiled by Red Dead on horses, right? I know games have good horses. I know there's good horse physics, there's need for horses. But I'm just saying, in Skyrim, in Witcher 3, especially Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like it takes away the running part, it takes away being with the character. enjoying the world. Like, I'm just realizing a dragon's here. Holy shit. Please don't land. I realized it was there, but now I'm just, the entire gravity of the situation. Surely. I mean, but let's face it, it's not like I'm Levi right now playing Elden Ring. I have nothing to worry about. I have nothing to worry about. If you flip that around now, Dostoevsky probably does have some great lines. He does. What the hell? See, do not quote me out of context. I swear to God, don't. But listen to the BS I'll let come out of my mouth. Let's think about that. The BS that we let come out of our mouth, especially me. I don't know about you, but me. For example, a couple weeks ago, I told Jason. I said, listen. The money at the end of Spangler, and like I did a little mini rant on Spangler going towards money, but first of all, the last chapter isn't on money, and second of all, money is subsumed under life. Money is, along with politics, like the main streams of life, like the main. It's so obvious to everyone now, and I'm just that slow. But the main physical or material streams that we can measure power in life, okay? Energy, as it were. But yeah, I had the gall to, and then of course, but he actually ends more more optimistically. You see, I even was calling him a pessimist than people call him out for. He ends by saying, "Hey, life is going on. We either have this is our choice." Either to do what's necessary or to do nothing at all. Life's going. He says it more beautifully than me. Shit. I got it. Nice. We're bringing it back. It's a dinger, baby. We're bringing it back. Except
one last thing.
Volume 2 isn't available on Gutenberg. Oh, it is. Okay. Whew. I was about to hit up my sources. Now, I'm usually pretty self-reliant when it comes to books. Kind of. I mean, I better be living this close to a good ass library, catch me in them stacks. But hold up, the very last line is worth it. Okay, see, money, index, and then the machine, and it's a very short chapter. It has some long chapters. It's a chapter on the Arabic culture. Here we go. For us, however, whom a destiny, us, the modern man, the Faustian man, compared to the simple man, the man and woman who think invariably up and down, think Gothic cathedral, we know the highs and lows, it's just endless infinity, space. For us, however, whom a destiny has placed in this culture and at this moment of its development, the moment when money is celebrating its last victories, and the Caesarism that is to succeed approaches with quiet, firm step, our direction, willed and obligatory at once, is set for us within narrow limits, and on any other terms, life is not worth the living. We have not the freedom to reach to this or to that, but the freedom to do the necessary or to do nothing. And a task that historic necessity has set will be accomplished with the individual or against him. Or against him. It's okay, believing in fate. Okay. Ducunt fata volent. Okay, fate draws will. Ducunt fata volentem nolent trahunt. Fate leads will, drags not will. Ducunt fata volentem nolentem trahunt. And they didn't translate this Latin, bro. Schopenhauer said in one of his scraps and leftovers that, hey man, don't translate Latin. Let them feel inferior. Oh, well, I'm feeling inferior, buddy. Ducunt fata volentem nolentem trahunt. I had this too. Fate drags will. Fate leads will and drags not will. Fate leads will and drags not will. And listen, people will translate that. I can look up translations and they'll all be wrong. Every other translation than what I just said is wrong. Ducunt fata volentem nolentem trahunt. To me, you have to translate it Literally. I'm tired of even across all ranges, I see this. This is the biggest hill I'll die on, next to effect being a verb as well, which, no, this might even be bigger than that. And that's big. You gotta translate it word for word, man. You gotta. While we're at it, you really do. Or else, what's the point? What is the point, man? You're gonna and I'm saying even the best of the best are against me on this. I don't even know. I mean, I know Voltaire is against the literal translation. He's against it. He's outright against it. Quam legis. What you read by taking Briseda, literature comes. Hardly well barbaric Greeks noted by hand. Whatever you see, tears to make lituras, but nevertheless, both tears having weighed by voices they have. If to me hardly or barely to be asked of you and God and men is made, of God hardly and men it is asked. I don't know, man. I've toiled over Latin. I'm looking away. I'm like my dog Tito looking away when he knows he's taking a shit. But I have to say it, because I don't know. Now I'm getting caught up in wondering whether this should even be heard. But I really am passionate about this. I don't tell a lot of people that. I really toil over Latin. I'm just like, listen, I say that. Listen to the bullshit that comes out of my mouth. I haven't done it since last summer when I went to Spain, but I freaking brought Virgil to Spain, and I toiled over Virgil in Spain, man. So it's relaxing. I was sometimes mean in Spain. Spain was fun. We had a lot of good moments. I was sometimes mean though in Spain. Meanwhile, I'm reading Virgil in Latin. Why couldn't I relax? Even though it was somewhat relaxing, I don't know. And I was doing vocab. Anyway, I've toiled over Latin enough to know that when I get it, when I get it, I either can't translate, I can't pause to think of that English translation, which leads me to believe if we're working it out, this. Ooh, let me get the tables. Some people have done it. I don't know, man. That's maybe why I'm ashamed. Maybe I am totally wrong on this, but you know what? I'm gonna just rely on the fact that I just read that and I got a gist, and it sounded pretty good to me, baby. So enjoy, just like Goethe said. When he was like, wait, I never stopped to think, should I be a poet? He just used to play games when he was young, and then said, maybe I should just sing. Sing while I play games. That was a big sign to me. Dude, just relax. It's the classic. I picked that axe up, but I ain't even tripping. Just relax. It's the classic PT Mongolian throat. Got a mini puzzle here that says, as soon as you relax, the PT will come, if that's what you seek. Okay. We got eaglefish, fish snake. And I'm assuming this is on the right. Yeah, eaglefish, fish snake. Eagle. That should say fish. And there should be a snake. Eaglefish, fish snake. Eaglefish. Fish snake. Yay. Puzzle mode. Dang, man. Shouts out to my boy. Hey, it's Levi.
Why fret? No fret. I don't have a fret or a fiddle.
I gotta bring my soundboard up on table. We got the soundboard on deck. Why fret, no fiddle, dude? Why you fretting and fiddling on it, dude? How you do that, dude?
Why fret? No fret. I don't have a fret or a fiddle.
Is my thing upside down? Oh crap. Oh god. Okay. As soon as Soundboard got on, I got quiet. Not to say that that was the connection. Oh, okay, Soundboard, you're going. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, say, keep it coming, Soundboard, bitch.
Freak, you're going to hell, man.
I kind of want to read some Dostoevsky's Demons. I want to read some more right quick and eat some or something. Shit. Great talk, y'all. You're tuning into the Binger. Let's see if I can end on a banger, you know what I mean? I gotta bang something out for y'all on this fine Sunday. Even though it ain't Sunday. Let's see what we got. I could go this. I could go something like this, man. Wait, you're not supposed to see behind the scenes. What the hell's going on? Are you kidding me? Did I forget what this was all about? Yo, put that shit back. Turn me up in the headphone.
C'est pas de la musique. C'est de la daube en barre. Je ne vois rien de plus catastrophique. On veut nous faire croire que de la techno, c'est de la musique.
What did you say?
One last thing.